Well, you guys already know the good news is we're done with grammar, so we don't even have to do that. Yay. And then we're going to talk about the Supreme Court case paper. I know it's a big, big paper. We were just talking about it, JC, before you came on. Um, this is like high school, college status style paper. So you guys are in the big leagues now, which is good. And it's going to take some time. JC, I saw that you turned it in. I haven't had a chance to read it yet, but it's good that you got it going. There will probably be some things that everybody needs to adjust and move and fix, and that's okay. I want you guys to make sure you get a 10 out of 10 on this paper where it's ready to share, because next week you will be sharing your paper. Everybody has to. So don't worry, it's going to be cool. So this week we are learning how to make a Google slideshow. And some of you probably did that with me last year. Okay, William's nodding. I think you guys wrote about like venomous animals or something like that. So we're doing another slideshow. This is going to be a bigger show. And we're going to use Google Slides, which is easy, and it saves on the internet. So when you submit it to the homework, I'll be able to pull it up and manage it for you. So you will make 7 slides this time. It's going to be a big slideshow, and I'm going to walk you through how I want this set up. But let me just say one more time how important it is that you get your paper done early. Early as in by no later than Tuesday next week, because you want to make sure it's a 10 out of 10. You might have a lot of things to fix on it. I'm going to say Monday. Let's have it done by Monday. This is Thursday. That gives you time. So schedule out your time with it. And then these slides will go with the paragraphs of your paper, and you'll be presenting. Everybody did a different Supreme Court case, which is pretty cool because then we'll learn about other cases in class from each other. I know your computer's doing weird things, huh, JC? I got you though. As long as you can hear me, that's the main thing. Good. So any questions before we start working on the slideshow? Any questions about the paper itself that you guys are working on? Okay. You still have a checklist to use. Oh, it looks like the checklist I attached to the last homework due 5/13. If you need the checklist, I can send it to you, but you still need to do all your dress ups and openers and topic clinchers and all that in your paper. Okay. Well, since there's no questions, you might think of some questions as I go here, and that's okay to ask me, even if it's about the paper or whatever. So, all right. If you can, William and Kaden, I prefer your camera on. If you're having issues this morning, it's okay. Just let me know in the chat. But we're going to go to Google. So you can minimize your Zoom call screen and go ahead and go to open your internet and go to Google. I showed you this last year, so some of this you'll be like, oh yeah, I remember doing this. So that's good. Once you're in Google, make sure you're in your account that's associated with your Google Classroom. The way to check that is look at your little icon on the upper right-hand corner. Mine has a picture of me, but yours might have letters in it. If you hover over it, it'll show the Gmail, and then you can make sure that's your account for Classroom. And then click on the waffle. It's that collection of 9 dots right there. That's the Google App Center. There's lots of apps for Google, as you can see. So you'll scroll down until you see Slides and go ahead and click the app Slides, Google Slides. Give me a thumbs up once you click it. Okay. Kaden, you can just give me a virtual thumbs up once you got it, or unmute and let me know if you need help with it, okay? So I can't see you, so I'm going off of what you tell me here. It's the 9 dots. It's called the little waffle. It's the Google Apps. If you click that, there's a lot of apps you scroll through till you see slides. It's a yellow icon. It looks like that. I have a lot on mine because I have all my students are submitting it here, so I'm sure yours doesn't have this many. William, did you find it? Give me a thumbs up if you did. Okay. Caden, thumbs up. Did you find it? Okay. Once you're on slides, you're going to click blank presentation. It's the plain white one with a plus sign right here on the upper left side of all that list of slides. And then it's going to open up a generic slide for you. It's black and white, mostly white. Okay, and then from here, I know there's some themes listed or templates listed on the side, but I don't want you to choose those. There's too much to fix on those. So you're going to choose on the blue bar above the blank slide, you're going to see the word theme. Go ahead and click theme. It's on the toolbar above the slide. That will open up on the right a list of templates that are better to use for this presentation. You can scroll through and pick the design that you like. Now, if you want to make it a patriotic theme, you can. There's ways to add photos and background and things like that. If you want just a plain slide like I have here, and you want to add a background picture, you can do that as a design too. So just scroll through. If you click a design like that, and then you change your mind on it, you can just click on a different one. And by the way, you can change your mind on this at any point while you're creating this. So just choose one for now. And then you can always change it later. There's different fonts and things. So thumbs up once you selected a theme for now. Okay. Once you select, thank you, Caden, there is a button that says background at the top. That one's kind of cool if you want to go with a patriotic background, since we're writing about the United States Constitution and Supreme Court case and all that. Click background at the top. You're going to see you can change the color of your slide, but there's also an option to choose image. If you click choose image, this is under background. That's the tab at the top on your toolbar. If you choose background, it's going to open up some links here. And you can go to Google Images just for fun there. We'll check that out. When you click Google Images, there's a search bar that pops up. Slow me down if I'm going too fast, okay? Let me know if you guys need help. I'm just going to keep going here. If you search images, like I'm going to put in American flag, for example. I've got a million different choices of American flags I can use. If it's going to be a background to a slide, you don't really want the flag to take up the whole slide because it'll be too busy. So something like this, for example, I'm going to click it and then I'm going to click insert and done. And you can see this allows me to still use words on the slide that you'll be able to read. So if you like the idea of selecting a background for your slide, your first slide especially, you can do that. I'll go back to that. You can even type in something like patriotic. Something like that. That gives you more flags. This one, ooh, this one's cool. Just click done once you select it. Oh, I like that one. I probably would use that one. That's a cool one. It's really cool. So you can play around with that for a minute. Look at the background, choose image, go to Google Images and search whatever patriotic, if you want to put the United States Constitution, something that matches your theme of your slideshow. And keep in mind to not let it be too busy because you want to be able to still see the font. So this is going to be a fun class because all we're doing is experimenting here and we're searching and discovering together. Can't be made because the storage is full. Does it mean it won't save when I make it? It's saying can't be made because the storage is full. You're talking about did you fix that or is it still saying that, JC? You can unmute if you need
It
to.
still says that, but like, I'm not really sure what that means. What it says exactly is this file can't be made available for offline use because your computer doesn't have enough storage left.
That's okay because you're going to store it online, so that's okay. It'll automatically save on Google. That's why I want to make sure you're logged into your Google account. So when you finish it, you're going to attach it to the homework just like you do a Google Doc. Okay, so it'll
Okay.
save it in your drive. That's a good question.
Okay, thank you. I didn't know what it meant at first, so
Yeah,
thank you.
you're welcome. It just means that your actual computer storage is full, so you won't need it offline though, so it's okay. You can keep going. Um, okay. It looks like William, did you choose something for your background? You find something? How about Kaden, JC? Did you guys find anything yet? Not yet? Okay, you can look a little bit longer. And remember, this is going to be your homework assignment, and you're going to have access to this the whole week. So if you want to just kind of decide on something for now, but you can always change it. It's easy to change stuff on here. So I'll give you one more minute and then just choose something and you can always change it later. Okay, I see that, Kaden. Okay, so where it says click to add title on your slide, that is where you're going to type your Supreme Court case. So whatever case you've been assigned, put the full name of the case here. Like I'm just going to do Kennedy v. Bremerton School District, just for an example. You want to make sure it is the entire name of the case. The V is a lowercase v and there's no period next to it. That's how you type that. Yes, William?
What size do I put the words?
That's up to you. So that has to do with style. So if you look at mine, it's covering part of my picture. I don't like that. So I might try to just move that. I can minimize the font, but you can decide what size. If you want to change the font size, you highlight it and up at the toolbar where you see the font number, you can click the minus sign next to it and tell us the size you want. So you can see what I'm doing here. I'm going to close up this box, kind of make it tight. The way to move the box is to grab the little sidebar thing. And now I can move the box. By the way, when you want to move something, hover over it till it makes a cross with arrows. It's like a plus sign with arrows. Once you see that symbol on your cursor, you can click and drag it wherever you want it. So I'm going to let you work on that. It looks like you can change the font without even highlighting the words. You just click inside the box there. All right, so you see how I kind of worked with mine until I got it in a space that's not covering part of that picture. And I might make my font black because I think it might stand out better. Yes, I like that better. So you can change the color of your font. Let me know if you guys need any help with that, but go ahead and type in your um, name of your case. And then where it says click to add subtitle, you're going to type the word by, B-Y, capital B-Y, comma, and then your first and last name. So let me show you. The font is too light. There we go. So put your first and last name in there. When you move things around, you can close up that box a little bit, and then it makes it easier to move around like that. Yes, JC.
For some reason, when I try to add an image to it, like it won't add it to like it won't cover the whole background of the slide. Is it because like I'm using one that has like two places where I can add the where I can add text? because I'm using the one on the side, the blue one.
The blue one? Okay. Oh, let's see.
No, wait, go up. It's the one that has white and blue. Like it's the one with the blue underneath or on the bottom.
Like this one right here?
No,
That's
it's up
purple.
at the top a little more. That one. Go down.
This one?
That one with the,
Oh,
yeah,
ah, it shouldn't be because of that. When you are searching for your image, are you going to the word background and searching from there? Oh,
yeah.
it might be then. Let me see what happens. Oh, yeah. I wonder why it's doing that. Yeah, it might be actually. So you might want to pick one that has more solid if you like the image as a
Okay.
background. But you can find this font, by the way, if you're liking the font and you want to use that. Um, what is it called? It's called Amatic SC or something like that. So you can always change your font if you like that font better. Does that make sense? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you might need to have more of a solid first slide.
Okay.
I wonder if you can add that though after this first slide, maybe. I don't know. Hmm. You can experiment with that. Okay. So at least get some things down on your first slide. Like I said, you can always play around with this later. And to choose a different style, JC, all you have to do is click on it and you can change it at any time. Yeah. All right, we're going to keep going because I want to have time to at least get these 7 slides up and at least made partially. So the next step then, if you're done with your first slide, is to go to upper left where it says, actually, let's change the title. It's kind of cool if you just click on Untitled Presentation, it'll just plug in your Supreme Court case name there. It's kind of cool. It just plugs it in since you already wrote it on your slide. So make sure you click Untitled Presentation and it'll fix that. And then down a little bit next to where it says menus with the magnifying glass, there's a plus symbol. Click the plus symbol. They've made it even easier this year. You just click the plus and it plugs in another slide for you. Okay. This is going to go revert back to the style that you selected earlier, and that's fine. You can change the background if you want again here, but I recommend keeping these middle slides simple because you're going to be adding pictures here. So let's start by click to add title. This slide is going to say background with a colon, and then I want you to put US, actually, let's spell it out. United States Constitution. So your title for slide 2 is background colon United States Constitution. I do want you to use bullet points in your slides from here on out. So I want you to use 3 or 4, no more than 4. We're keeping our words very, very, very limited on the slideshow. One of my pet peeves, and I've seen a lot of slideshows in my life, especially since I've been a teacher. Some people, like I'm talking about like professional development type, big conventions and conferences and things like that. They put a whole paragraph on the slide. I do not want that. That drives me nuts. When a presenter is talking and I'm trying to read a bunch of words, it's too confusing. So my preference, which I believe is the proper way to do this, is to just use very, very few words. So if you click where it says click to add text on this slide, and you enter in a bullet point. Remember how I think we did this last year, but up in your toolbar right here, it has dots and lines. That's how you insert a bullet point. If you just click it, it'll pop one in there for you. It's just a big dot. Okay, and then from here, when you look back, and I do want you to open up a new tab in your internet and find your paper. You can get to it from your Drive or from Google Classroom, however you want to access it, but find your paper so you can look at your introduction paragraph. I know that JC William, you guys turned it in, and I haven't returned it, but you won't need to edit. You should still be able to access it to see it. Give me a thumbs up if you found your paper. Okay. Okay, good. And Kaden, I don't know if you started your paper yet, but you can always look at your keyword outline to help you with this part. But the background paragraph is the introduction. And that one, you're talking about the Constitution and how it relates to the court system. There was a paper that I attached to your homework that gave information about that. One thing the paper does say is, what does it say? Let me look at it really quick. Oh, it says equal justice under law. Yep, equal justice under law. If you use that in your introduction, that would be a great bullet point to put right here. And I'm just going to write it like this: equal justice under law. So you can see it's not a full sentence, it's just a group of words. Yes, JC?
Hold on. Oh wait. Oh, never mind. For some reason on my computer, whenever I try to open up my paragraphs, it says something went wrong while displaying this website. I'm pretty sure it has something to do with like because my storage is full. Like I have no idea why my computer is
Oh.
being so testy today.
That is weird because you're accessing, are you looking like on your Google Docs or are you looking on Word, like on your desktop?
I'm looking on it on Google Classroom right now.
Oh,
I
Google
mean, it
Classroom.
seems to be working right now, but
Okay, okay. Yeah, that's weird. You might have to talk to somebody about that just so that I'm just gonna pull yours up too, and then I'll just return it to you in case that is an issue. Even though I haven't graded it yet, but I know you turned it in, so I'll check it. Um, yeah, it sounds like you got it up though, right? Okay, good. So looking at your introduction paragraph, I would pull out the most important parts of your paragraph that you want to put on the slide, but it has to come from your paragraph. So you might have something like equal justice under law, or maybe um, court ensures um, rights of people or something like that. Like I might put that ensures rights of people. So you can kind of see it's almost like a group of keywords, not a full sentence, just some words on there, like a phrase. Another one could be the court, it functions as guardian and interpreter of the Constitution. Court functions as interpreter of Constitution. Something like that. I'm just going to stick to 3. You can do 3 or 4 bullet points. If you're not ready for this, Kaden, that's okay. You can come back and do this part later after you finish writing your paper. But this is the paper that I'm using that I attached to your Google Classroom last week. I highlighted some stuff on it because it has some really good information to use in your background. Anybody have any questions right now? Okay. Thumbs up if you were able to come up with at least 3 bullet points for your page. Okay, still working on it? It's okay. I'll give you a minute. Yes, Kaden?
Can I copy yours?
Yeah, I'm okay with that. As long as when you go to write your paper, you include these things in your paper, okay? As full sentences. Okay. Do you have another question, Kaden?
Yeah, like incorporate them in my background.
Yes, in your background, because this would be your introduction paragraph.
Okay, got it.
Yep. And by the way, I am recording this, so if you guys need to like go back and what did she say about that? You can, go through the recording. Once you get your 3 bullets here, you can do things like spread them out. There's a way to maybe double space this so it's a little bit more spread out on the slide. And then you grab this blue border from the sides here. You can pull it in. Once you pull it in around it, you can move it around anywhere on the slide. And if you're doing that, you're going to see this red line pop up. If you want this exactly centered, that little red line that pops up as you're moving things is the center of your slide, just so you know, okay? These are little tricks just to make your slide nice and tidy. I kind of liked it more to the side though, personally, so I'll put that back over there. And then leave some space because I'm going to show you now how to find photos, pictures, images, GIFs, stickers, all that stuff to add to your slide. So I'm going to keep going, but if you need me to slow down, please let me know, or if you have any questions, all right? And remember, this is your homework, so I don't expect you to get it totally finished during class. Okay, to enter or insert, I should say, an image, there's a tool up here in your toolbar under the title of your slideshow that says Insert. Click Insert up here on the upper left of your screen. Click Image, and then click Stock and Web. So Insert, Image, Stock and Web. This will pull up lots of things on the right side of your screen, and you'll see a search bar at the top that says Search All Stock. Type in there United States Constitution. You can type in there court system. You're looking for images, stickers, GIFs. You're going to have a total of 3 on your slide. Okay, so you can choose any combination, only 3 things to add. Okay, only 3 items to add to it. So like this one's pretty cool for the Constitution. It's kind of big, so I might grab it from the corner, shrink it down a little bit. You can grab it and move it around on the slide. So I'm going to give you a minute to search 3 different things to add to your slide and resize it. Sometimes when you click on it, it's massive. It covers your entire slide. So you'll want to shrink it down. You grab it from the corner and pull in. Type in court. It's okay if it has moving things in it. If it's a GIF, those are like moving pictures. Try not to pick too cartoony things. Like I see Minions, it's cute, but rather than going that route, try to keep it, you can keep that for the end of your slideshow, but keep it really related to what you're talking about on the slide. If you change your mind on something that you selected, just make sure you click on it so it has the blue border on it, and then you can just hit backspace and it'll remove it from the slide. Okay, if anybody has any questions, just let me know. I'm just gonna keep playing with this one too. It's okay if they overlap a little bit, but you want to make sure to be able to see be able to see everything. It's kind of cool. Like I just noticed as I'm resizing things, it'll give you that red line to tell you like if it matches something underneath it. You can, I don't know about you, but for me, I like things really nice and tidy and neat and like orderly. But if you like it more, you can like turn it a little bit and kind of give it some personality. I like mine really straight and tidy and neat. So, okay. Give me a thumbs up if you at least have a couple pictures on there on your slide. Okay. And just a reminder again, you're going to have time to work on this week. I'm not assigning any more writing to do, just your slideshow. So you'll have plenty of time to play around with it. So I'm going to have you pause right where you're at on slide 2. You might not be completely done with it. That's okay. Like I said, you can come back to it, work on each one of these slides. So if you look at mine, you can see mine go with what I said. I'm talking about the court and the Constitution, and this is the courthouse. So make sure that whatever you're choosing for your slide goes with what's on your slide. And then go to the plus sign again. Let's add another slide to your show. This is slide 3. Just hit plus. And this time for your title, this one is going to be whatever amendment was part of your paper or your Supreme Court case. So if it was the First Amendment, you can just type in first, or you can type in 1ST, either way, however you want to, type in the amendment. If you had more than one amendment, put them both on there. I think I'm going to do 1ST, First Amendment. However you want to word it. You can spell out the word first or put 1ST, it's up to you. Okay, and then after you click that for your title, this slide is going to go with your paragraph that you wrote about the amendment for your case. So I recommend you keeping your paper open on another tab. And then you can go back and forth between the slideshow and your paper, just so you can like see what you have in your paper. You want to make sure your bullet points on this slide are key points that you wrote about in that paragraph. So remember, click to add text and then go to your bullet point icon at the top with dots and lines, and that will insert your bullet. If it's the First Amendment, I would just put something like freedom of speech and religion, something like that. And then 2 more bullet points or 3 more. It's up to you. You can have up to 3 or 4 bullet points, but whatever you focused on in that paragraph about the First Amendment or whatever amendment your case has. Okay, so let me know if you guys have any questions. and I don't have these facts, but I'm just giving you some ideas of what you could put, what year it was written in, who were the founders or writers of the amendment. So this is where you're not really going to be able to copy mine, Caden. You'll have to look into whatever amendment was with your case. And a little bit of a background of the amendment itself. When it was written, who wrote it, what is the main point of the amendment? Especially how the part of the amendment that applies to the case, because you want to tie everything together here. Once you get your bullet points in there, remember you can pull that box smaller to go tight around your words. You can make it double space if you want to spread it out a little bit. Make the box bigger, then the font goes a little bigger. Remember, don't use a complete sentence. You want just phrases, just some keywords. No periods or anything. It's just, you're just listing some key things about what you're going to say. Because you're going to read your paragraph as we look at the slide. That's why you're not going to put that many words on it, like I said earlier. Once you got your bullet points in there, you can search. You already have your search bar open on the right. Go ahead and start searching that amendment. Like if you type in First Amendment, there will probably be a picture of the amendment. Or I like this. This is kind of cool. So I might use that. So go ahead and play around with this slide. Make sure your photos or your images and your GIFs and your stickers, all that matches what you have on your slide. I forgot to tell you too, if you want to click on like the blue stock images, if you click that, it'll open all the stock images. It's easier to see everything that way. Okay, that's a way to do that. Also, there's a blue button that says Google Images. You can go there too if you want to check. I'm looking at the right side where your stock and web is. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Hmm. Okay. It's okay if you're not done with that slide. We're gonna keep going, okay? I still need one more thing, but I'm gonna do that later. So just leave it as it is. Any questions before we move on? Okay, go ahead and go to that plus sign again. We're gonna add it to slide 4. Slide 4 is the name of the case. So I think it would be best if you said it like this. Go ahead and type in the name of the case. Mine is gonna be Kennedy v. Bremerton School. I might just say Bremerton this time since I put school district in the first slide. And then you're going to put a colon and plaintiff. That doesn't really look right. What if we do, what if you put it under it? What if you said Kennedy v. Bremerton and then we put plaintiff? Let me move this down out of the way here. Plaintiff, in this case, it is Kennedy. So somewhere on your title, put the name of the case so we can remember, okay, this is the name of the case and this is the plaintiff. This is the paragraph that goes with this slide, the plaintiff paragraph. Remember, the plaintiff is the one that's doing the suing. So whoever is suing the other person. I kind of like how that looks a little bit better. See how I did Kennedy v. Bremerton and then plaintiff is Kennedy. Oh, I should put his first name. If you know the first name of the plaintiff, you can look it up on Google if you're not sure. What is the first name of Kennedy in Kennedy v. Bremerton? His name is Joseph. So I'll go back to my slide and put Joseph Kennedy. So if you can find that out, open up Google and just ask Google what the first name of, or if it's a city that's doing the suing, or a state. And then you'll go to your paper again, look at your paragraph about the plaintiff, pull out 3 or 4 main points from your paragraph and put in those bullet points. Like I know in this case, I'm going to put Kennedy prayed on a football field. And I might put something like personal prayer. Thanking God for a good game, something like that. Okay, so point out what did they do that uh, led to them being the plaintiff. I might add one more, like fired from coaching, something like that. I realize good is a banned word, so I'm going to change that to fair game. So try not to use any banned words in your slides either. Okay, and same thing, you can spread those out. I'm going to spread mine out. So you guys get the idea. Now you know what you're doing. Look for images, GIFs. Oh, that's a good picture. Okay, we are running out of time, so it's okay if you're not done with that slide. Let's at least get all 7 slides in the side here, ready to go. So pause what you're working on. You can come back to this. Go ahead and add slide 5. Slide 5 is going to be the defendant, so you don't need to re-say the case again here. Just put the word defendant. And for this case that I'm working on, it would be Bremerton School District. So you put the name of the person or the district or the company, whatever it is, state. And go ahead and just enter 1 bullet points, just so you have that ready to go. I wouldn't type anything yet, but once you get to your homework this week, look at that paragraph where you talk about the defendant. The defendant usually is claiming that whatever the plaintiff did violated something, whether it was the Constitution or violated their school rules or their state law or whatever it is. So that would be something you could use there, violated blank. That's the defendant side, okay? And then let's add slide 6. I know you haven't done much with slide 5. It's okay, you can work on that later. Slide 6 is going to be impact on America. Impact on America. This is the conclusion of your paper, your research paper. Go ahead and add a bullet point there so it's ready to go. But this is, how did the ruling of the case, actually, and let's put that at the title too. Let's put ruling, whoops, I didn't mean to capitalize that. ruling and impact on America. I think that's better because you're going to talk about what was the ruling of the case? What did they decide? Which side of the case won? And then what impact did it have? Like, for example, in this case, Kennedy v. Bremerton, the Constitution superseded the school's rules. That means like the Constitution is supreme and it still protects individual rights to religion, to prayer, or however they want to exercise their beliefs. That's what's so cool about America. I mean, there's a lot of cool things about America, but I love that. I love that. And it doesn't mean you have to be a Christian or you have to be a Buddhist or you have to be a Muslim. It's not that. It's that you get to decide what you believe in and you have a right to express that in public and nobody can stop you. So cool. So anyway, and then click plus. Let's add slide 7. Slide 7 is going to be your thank you slide. You probably remember that from last year. This is where you get to have fun and create whatever slide you want here about you, okay? And I'm not going to even limit how many pictures and stickers and things you do on this slide. You can have fun. This is like a free slide for you. You can say thank you for watching, thank you for listening, or just thank you, and then put things that you like. If you're into football or you're into horses or something that you're into, Minecraft or whatever it is, you can make this slide yours. Okay, it does not have to follow the same format as the other slides for your paper. So this will be a fun one. So there you go. You have your 7 slides. They're all set to go on the side. I know you have another class, William, so you can leave if you need to. I'll see you next week. Let me know if you have any questions, okay, in the meantime. And then I'm going to stay on for a few minutes. I see your hand there, Kaden. And let me know if you guys have any questions. Go ahead, Kaden.
I have to go right now. I
Oh,
have
you
a
have to go.
class.
I thought it was William for a second. Okay. Bye, Kaden. I'll see you next week.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. All right. Any other questions before you guys go? No? Good. Okay, so have fun with this. It'll save in your Google Drive. That's how you'll find it. Automatically saves there. So even if you close your laptop, it's still going to save for you. And then you're going to upload it to your homework. I'm going to post your homework later today for this week. And it's just the slideshow you're working on. I'm putting all the instructions in there though, so you can look at that if you need help with that. Make sure you guys get your paper 10 out of 10 for next week, so it's ready to read. Good? All right, you guys. Next week is our last class. I'll see you next week. Bye.